Dear Lord, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading so we can receive the messages that you brought us here to receive. Do step in and deliver your messages to us, your children. So, hello everybody. We are here to continue the readings. We are focusing on America's sinister plans, the classified, declassified now. We're working on the combination of NATO and Mexico. And we have Sweden, France, and Lydenburg. We've covered NATO. God had a lot to say about NATO. So if you don't know, you might want to watch the ones before this. This is America's Plans Declassified, Part 5C. So Part 5A and 5B were all about NATO. So today we're going to start working on Mexico, finally. So, without further delay, Most High, what do you want us to know about Mexico as it pertains to America and their sinister plans, please? Okay. So, let's get right into it. Do you think your magic is stronger than the magic that I'm working with? Or are you just hoping that it is? You think you can stop this message from coming out? Or are you just hoping that you can? Anybody who is aware of these countries as far as magic goes, and who is aware of NATO as far as supernatural abilities go, you know the reason why this shuffle is taking so long, yeah? And God is allowing it, because God could bypass all this if He wants to. So, we're just going to go with the flow. Maybe they think I'm going to give up. I'm not giving up. You did the crime, do the time. I think YouTube is gonna manage to make it say 0 on the counter this time around. I doubt it. And even if they do, I know it's a lie. Country, Mexico. All of y'all powers together against God is nothing. feel I'm really dealing with some dummies. I must be. A whole bunch of dummies. I won. So, concerning Mexico, what does God want us to know? At the bottom of the deck, we got factories. Factories. I remember I did a reading, and it was concerning Mexico and the international, I go, the Bank for International Settlements in Mexico, the branch in Mexico. They were doing a lot more than dealing with money issues. Yeah. Anyway, let's find out what God want to talk to us about here. What does God want us to know? They were producing more than financial solutions or financial dissolutions. Let's see. Is Mexico where the chemists are at? Oh, we already passed your YouTube. You lost. We passed your bar by 2 already. Whatever ridiculous number you set the bar at, we already passed it by 2. So, what cards we have to come out? So the first card we have to come out concerning Mexico is factories. Nah, ancient. So from long time, we got God-made wildfire regarding the economy. Okay, let's see the underlying issue. So God made wildfire regarding the economy. So it's like God is saying, it's been a long time now that I've been keeping your head above water. I did that, God said. Your economy has been booming, it's because I did that. We got factories. Then we got man-made rain. Look at what you choose to do. Man-made rain. Man-made famine. So God blessed you. God blessed your economy and you use your power to hurt others. You use your power to make others cry. Depression, oppression. You suffer them with hunger or lack. Whatever lack. Okay, poverty. So now we got purify these unearthly beings. God said it's time to pay up. Yep, God made rain. God said, now I'm going to make you cry, Mexico. Yeah, we got planets. And we got God. So the planets card usually talks about each person in this deck. So we got man-made pestilence, God-made disease. So God said, everything you do, I'm gonna block you. Because you need to balance yourself. You need to ground yourself. You need to get your shit together. You need to get your shit together. God said, the way you've been going, you're not doing it anymore. Yeah, you're fighting God. You keep fighting God, and God is just going to fight you right back. Mexico. So that's the first message regarding Mexico. The things you make are not to help to make life better. You're trying to make life worse for the peoples. God says, I don't like that. And as a matter of fact, since you've waged war with my people, I'm going to wage war upon you. You see, instead of blocking these messages, y'all should listen. Y'all should allow it to flow so you know what's happening. You know what's coming. Even you, the culprits. Especially you, the culprits. Let's get your next message. You ought to be happy I'm here doing this. So God chose to bless you, and you choose to use your blessing to create curses for others. God say, yeah, it's time to stop that. God giveth and God taketh away. You see, the problem with you so-called elite is that you feel you are God. You feel that everything you do is by your strength and your intelligence. You will learn better. You will learn the truth. Life is an experiment. You live and then you learn if you're paying attention. And if you're not paying attention, you keep making the same dumb mistakes over and over and over again, only to learn or experience the same lesson over and over again and never to get anywhere. No progress will be made. You'll be like a hamster on a wheel, running fast and going nowhere. You're trying to block me. To block me is to block yourself. To hurt me is to hurt yourself. You people have watched all the readings that I've done so far, and you see my accuracy. You know what I'm saying to you is the truth. So what exactly are you fighting against? Who am I? What am I? Who am I working with? What am I working with? If you don't know who I am or what I am, who I'm working for or who I'm working with, and you choose to fight against me, you don't even know what you're fighting against. What are you fighting against? And if you don't know what you're fighting against, how do you know how to fight? You're just gonna be trying all type of shit, only to have all of them fail. When was the last time you said a prayer? When was the last time you told God thanks? Did nobody from your lineage teach you to acknowledge God? The creator of all things. Who made the air? Who made the water? Who made the land? Who made the trees? Which one comes first, the seed or the tree? Who made the animals? Who made the people? Who made the stars, the sun, the moon? So concerning Mexico, the second, the subject of this part of the message is passion. Your drive, your fire. Your determination. Your adamancy, if that's the word. Your grrr. I say you need to set boundaries when it comes to your passion. You're doing too much. If you don't set boundaries for yourself, God will happily do it for you, as was revealed in the first deck. So God is giving you a chance to correct yourself, Mexico. With whatever you've been creating, that's been hurting the people. God didn't give you this opportunity for you to use it in this negative manner. If you don't correct yourself, God will have to correct you. If you don't set boundaries for yourself, Mexico, God will put boundaries up for you. Yeah, the underlying issue is the summer energy, your abundance, your economic abundance. Whatever you've been doing, whatever you've been making that you've been using to hurt people rather than to bless people, you need to stop it. So I don't know if this is medicines, technical stuff, or technological stuff, maybe food, whatever it is that you have factories. Let me see something. Tobacco, aerospace, petroleum mining are among others, well, among others are some of Mexico's biggest industries. Among others, you know what it is that you make there, and you know what you've been actually making, and you know the effect that it's gonna have on the people. God want you to correct yourself, Mexico. So summer security, that's your money, your abundance, your security will be put on pause, incubation. God said, I give you, I can take it back. You don't believe me, just watch. I did a reading that predicted that you elites were about to suffer huge financial losses. And I'm sure you didn't believe it. But these readings that I've had to do over the last couple of days, I'm sure this is going to help to speed up that process. And what was once upon a time looking impossible to you, I'm pretty sure if you're honest with yourself, you'll see that it is very possible. Y'all are about to take financial hits. And it's not my fault. You shouldn't have fucked with me. Y'all should have stopped when I was asking you to stop. Y'all want to be judge, jury, and executioner in my life, even though y'all know that I am innocent of whatever you're accusing me of. And you must pay for that. So God says if you don't set boundaries on yourself, God is going to put a stop to the money that you've been making. God is going to collapse your industries. Period. And don't ask if that's possible. Because God will gladly show you how this can be possible. Even if God give you a little bit of whatever it is, so you can see. You are not above divine law. You may be above the law of your land and every other land that you're associated with, but you're not above divine law. Remember that. Know your place. Y'all tell yourselves you're gods and it look like you actually believe that shit. Y'all believe that you're the capital G. Where? How? Nonsense. Incubation, containment. God says I'm gonna shut your shit down. I'm gonna clear your shit out. You need to put some respect when it comes to the book of shadows. All this darkness that you've been dealing with, all this wickedness that you've been doing, you need to put some respect in that recipe. And abide by the Wiccan law. Do the right thing. It says, by the Wiccan law ye must, in perfect love, in perfect trust. 8 words the Wiccan read fulfill, and ye harm none. Do as ye will. And ever mind the rule of 3. What ye send out comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and heart, and merry ye meet, merry ye part. Let me hold it up if you want to press pause and read that shit yourself, or go look for the card online or something like that so you can read the words for yourself. God said you need to put some respect on that book of shadows. And ye harm none. Do as ye will. You missed that part. Y'all know the do as ye will part very well. But y'all missed the ye harm none part. Y'all just ignore that part altogether. No problem. Let's get Mexico's next message. Y'all like to do as ye will. Y'all love that. You don't want to block the messages anymore? High priests and high priestesses, y'all don't want to block this message anymore? No man, you should block it. Block it, I tell you. If you block it, I'll just leave the rest of the message. I won't read anymore. I'll just go move on to the next one. That's what I'll do. Just so you know. Because I'm not going to be here wasting my time shuffling. If you don't want to know, we've heard enough. We know what side of the battle you sit on. You're not for the people, you're against the people. Just like NATO. So, third message from Mexico. The subject of this part of the message is your abundance. Money, 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 money. Money. Straight no chaser. God said no. The underlying issue, we have no need to worry. Recovery. Meditation bring answers. God says, step into my office. I need to talk to you. Yeah. Look for a sign. So there's an opening for you to keep being abundant. Look, helpful people like me, bringing you the messages that, yo, Mother Nature, Father Nature want to talk to you. If you don't want your money to get fucked up, you need to contact head office, the real head office. You see me? If you don't want to get your money fucked up, you need to contact the real head office. So although God has every reason and every intention to tell you no, God is still leaving the door open for you to make the right choices so that you can keep on being abundant and leave America in their nonsense by themselves. So when America is suffering from economic downturns, you won't be, because you got your shit together. But are you that smart? Are you that humble? Are you that pure-hearted? I don't think so, but I'm open to being pleasantly surprised. I will hear about you. We got in the next few weeks, forgiveness. So something is about to happen in the next few weeks. And we have in the near future, yes, you should choose a new direction. It's not rocket science. But it's completely up to you. Your fate is in your hands. Your destiny is in your hands. But at least you know the two paths and you know the result. that you will get depending on which path you choose to follow. Let's get your next message. It's not rocket science. You've been fucking up for long enough. God said it's time for you to start fixing up now. When the cat's away, the rats will play. Well, the cat is back. God ain't forcing y'all to make any decisions. Isn't God special? God says, I'm not going to force you. You can stay in the darkness if you want to. You could continue to follow the darkness if you want to. There's no problem. Because everything is already set in motion. So wherever you put your foot, it will determine where you end up. Simple. If you didn't put your foot there, you wouldn't get the results that you're about to get. So whatever results you get, we're going to know where you chose to put your foot. We will hear about you. And your factories. So these weaponized lint lookalikes that they've been using against me, that's making me have to blow my nose so often and all that. Mexico, did you guys make this by any chance? Are you the grand chemists that constructed this destructible device? Probably are. Yeah, man. Y'all use your every waking moment to create weapons of mass destruction to use against innocent people just so you can control and feel powerful. God is the helper of the helpless, though. God says it's time for you to stop. I heard stop the racketeering. What's that? Racketeer. Person making illegal profits. Did y'all send somebody here? I just smelled somebody. I just smelled somebody's perfume. That means you came too close to the merchandise. Don't. Okay. You smell nice, by the way. But smell good and is good are two completely different things. Y'all are nasty people. I don't like you. Stay away from me. Alright? Right. Is that why you came to try and... So you tried to disrupt the reading from way over there, wherever you were, and that wasn't happening. So you come here to try and mix up my cards so you can convolute the message. You're powerful, I give you that. Neat trick. But no cigar, as usual. Y'all are losers. Okay? So, at the bottom of the deck, we got mass migration. Do you want to hear this part of the message? Mexico? And how this relates to your future? After you try so hard to disrupt the message, now you know what I'm gonna do? I ain't gonna read it. How about that? Since y'all are the Illuminati, go and find a reader and let them tell you what that was about. Since y'all have connections. Think I'm playing. I have already heard what I need to hear regarding the situation. God says, God gave you the power to make a lot of money. You chose to use that power in a fucked up way, hurting people. You don't give a fuck who you hurt, how you hurt them, when you hurt them. All you know, you're making a lot of money from doing so. God says if you don't stop that shit, I'm gonna fuck up your whole operation. And now God was talking about mass migration. What was that about? I don't know either. And I don't care because it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. Shall we try the next deck? Fuck with me again. I'll happily not read this shit because I've heard everything I need to hear. The people have heard everything that they need to hear. Whatever concerns us, we've already heard the message. And it's in our favor. Okay? Because I got better shit to do with my time. I got 3 more countries to investigate. Like I said, neat trick, no cigar. You would love to slap me, wouldn't you? I dare you. I dare you. Let's see what happens after. Because you think I'm a regular human being. I dare you. You think that regular laws and rules apply to me. I dare you. I don't know who you think gave you your magical abilities. It's the same God that you're disrespecting. It's that same God that gave you your wisdom, your resources, and any other good thing that you have in your life that you use to your benefit. You didn't get that from your comrades. You didn't get that from your associates. I've already gotten what I needed to get out this message. I know who the fuck you are. I know what side of the fucking fight you're on. Since you are the illuminated ones, you'll have no problem getting clarification about what that mass migration was about. Matter of fact, yeah. Go find it. I heard. What is that? Where did they do that? I don't know. I heard it in my mind's ear, by the way. I didn't hear it in reality. So when that happens, where does that come from? Imagine I'm here paying attention to this, doing this. That sound, I have nothing to do with. That tune, I have nothing to do with. But just out the clear blue, I just heard it in my mind's ear. How? Where did it come from? And for future reference, when you want to be astral projecting or whatever that was to people's houses, leave the cologne. Leave the perfume. Leave the rubbing alcohol. Leave the barum. Leave all these things, because we can sense these things. And you're giving yourself away. You think a professional like you know better. Was that an impromptu move? Still. If I had this skill, I could have trapped you here. Be glad I don't. But you might do it to the wrong person. So, next message about Mexico, to Mexico. Let's see. Next message concerning Mexico. We have, if you love it, you will put in overtime willingly. Do you love it? So Mexico. What is God talking about? I don't know. Do you? You probably don't know because you fucked up the last message. But we're going to continue anyway. Let's see this as a CD, and that part of the CD got scratched. Now you'll never know what's on it. If you love it, you put in overtime willingly. Do you love it, Mexico? So that's the subject of this part of the message. So if you love something, you will do it without being begged. You will happily do it, and you will do it to the best of your ability. Okay? That's what love does. Love brings out the best in us. So, let's see. You don't want to fuck up any more messages? Please do. Less work for me. I'm gonna go around 3 more times. If nothing come out, I'm moving on. Exactly. Be independent, do it alone. Separate yourself from America and them fuckeries, because the direction that you and them are headed in is not a good one. You will be the cause of your own doom if you continue to trod the trajectory that you're currently on, Mexico. So whether you sink or you swim going forward is entirely up to whatever choice you choose to make concerning these things that God is talking to you about. Nobody needs America. The underlying issue we have, imagine performing it live. Do you feel crowd appreciation? So I made this deck based on music. So what it's saying regarding, or in the context of what your message is about, is imagine doing this thing for real. Do you feel you'll actually appreciate it? Could you actually manage doing it? Can you manage to be good? It says no regrets, just victories or lessons. It's all good. That's, like I said, life is an experiment. You live and then you learn. So you've tried going the bad route, the bad boy route, the bad girl route. Are you willing to try the good girl route for a bit? See how that works out for you. Now would be the opportune time to do so. It's time for you to team up with who you know who. Drop you know who and team up with you know who. It's time to turn your ship around. You're going in the wrong direction. And here we go again. If you love it, you will put in overtime willingly. Nobody will have to force you. And that's all we have to say. Okay, just this one. Educate yourself. What do you need to learn? So as if you decide to go in this direction, it will be something new for you. So it's gonna be a learning process. Okay? Be willing to be open to what you need to hear, because if you choose to leave out of the darkness and start to walk in the light, or at least just give it a try, you're gonna hear some things that you probably don't like to hear. It's gonna like hit you in the chest, because it's not easy listening to negative things being said about ourselves when we know it's true. But there's a need for you, there will be a need for you to humble yourself and even pray for the open enough mind to accept the truth about yourself and the courage you need to try and correct those things. Okay? So it's like seeing it as your first day of school kind of energy, because to change from being someone who's just devious and wicked and heartless and emotionless and all these things into somebody who actually cares, somebody who actually want to get it right, somebody who is willing to smile and be a sincere smile, somebody who is willing to put a smile on somebody's face for the right reasons, it's a big jump. Okay? So yeah, you're gonna have to pray. You're gonna have to pray for God's understanding, patience, tolerance, wisdom, stuff like that. Okay? So we have swagger. What is your charisma? Like what is special about you? What makes you cool, so to speak, you know? Is it a subtle kind of swagger, or is it a loud kind of swagger that you have? Keep it, because it's nice, you know? You don't have to give up the whole of yourself to try and correct your mistakes. Keep what you need to keep. Keep what you can keep, because not everything about you guys is wrong, but some parts of it is definitely wrong. You need to change that, and then do the necessary improvements. And I wrote a list of a few of them, but in your case, yours will be more mental and spiritual, probably educational. So whatever you need to introduce, do that. Introduce whatever you need to improve, do that. Then introduce that new thing in spite of what the critics say, because if you choose to change your trajectory from doing what America's dumbass is doing into trying to save yourself from financial doom and whatever else kind of doom that was being predicted in this deck, then they're gonna have a lot of shit to say to try and make you feel bad about the move that you make. They're gonna try to deter you from making that move, because they don't want to be the only stupid bully on the field bullying children, because now it's gonna be them against everybody else, rather than them having cohorts or them having stupid friends with the same mentality. When there's nobody there to encourage them in their nonsense, they're gonna feel really dumb. So introduce the new you in spite of what critics might say. The new you personally and the new you from a business perspective. Okay? Change or tweak the beat, vibration and energy control. So yeah, by you making these changes, you're controlling the vibration and the energy that you've been putting out. Correcting your karma. Correcting the course of your life, the course of your businesses. This is huge. This is very... I just heard you ask me to go back to this motherfucking deck, and let me tell you something. I have my period. Okay? I don't have the strength for all that nonsense. So you see the choice you chose to make earlier by fucking with me? Take this as you paying for your shit. Okay? I'm not going back over that deck. We got share the events of your life. Share the events of your own spiritual journey in your work, the rises and the falls. So not really in your work, but share your experiences with people. So after you make this change and you experience what you experience, if you like it, then you can share your story with others. I see movies, I see books, I see seminars, I see whatever on spiritual development. You know, make some money out of your mess. Turn your mess into a message and make some money. Okay? Some good money, not dirty money. It takes courage to be original. You're going to need a lot of courage. So that's why I say you need to pray for the courage. All right? If you choose to change tracks, right? You're going to need God's help. And God is quite willing to help you because God wants to see you win. God loves all of us, no matter what we've done. It's like you've been out on the field for a long time wreaking havoc. Now it's time for you to come in and behave yourself. I hope you had fun. Now the shit is over. Okay? And if you don't stop, I'm going to beat your ass. That's basically what God is saying to you. I'm not in the mood for the fuckeries today. I'm not going over that deck. You missed it. Leave it. Like the card said. Let me tell you. God said no regrets, victories or lessons, it's all good. Okay? So now you just learned something about me. Shouldn't have been messing with me like that. One thing you can learn about me is I'm a very fair reader. Okay? I would love to be biased, but I know better than to be biased. Because to be biased is to put myself in the same position that people like you are in right now, which is on the bad side of God. And the reason why I keep getting blessed is because I'm not biased. Just because you're wicked to me, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to deliver your messages. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to be kind to you whenever the opportunity arises for me to be kind to you, even though I know your heart dirty, your hands are dirty, your mind is dirty, your everything dirty. I'm still going to treat you with respect like a human being because you are. There's a part of you that is, and I'm ministering to that part of you. I don't speak evil. I don't speak that language. I don't connect with that. So when I'm communicating with anybody, I'm communicating with the God and the goddess inside you. I don't speak to devils. Right? So if you didn't know that about me, now you do. Just because it's a message that goes in your favor, even though you're a wicked person, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to give you your message. I'm going to give you your message. Because that's God sending its love through me to you. Who am I to not deliver that message? That in a way would be me defaming God. It will make God look like God is condemning you. God said, I'm not here to condemn you. God is here to save, not to condemn. You can't wake up on any day and decide, okay, today is the day that I start to change my life. The door is always open. But we're not forcing you. God is not going to want that for you more than you want it for yourself. And I'm certainly not going to want that for anybody more than they want it for themselves. Because when we decide to change, we change for real. But when people force us to change, it's not authentic. And it's going to fall apart. 9 out of 10 times it's going to fall apart. Because it wasn't a decision that we wanted to make of ourselves. I've learned these lessons through life. So I'm just here to deliver the messages, and whatever you choose to do with the information is completely up to you. God feels so and I feel so. So I would appreciate it if you would just be cool, sit tight, and see what God wants to say. Because it's not me that's bringing these messages. God's love is pure. When I come here and I sit down in front of this camera to deliver any message, it's coming from God. You hear the prayer that I say before I start. I'm talking to the Creator. I don't talk to any other gods. I don't talk to archangels. I don't talk to ancestors. I don't connect with no middlemen. I go straight to the source. Sometimes it pisses me off how God be kind to you people, but I understand it. And you deserve God's goodness. Because if it was me, I would want it too. You deserve God's patience. You deserve God's intelligence or wisdom to be bestowed upon you. If it was me, I would want the same thing for myself. So at least I know I have an option. So I hope you understand me. I am not you people's enemy. Not the secret society boss lady. None of you. I'm not your enemy. They paint me as though I am, but it's not true. And she knows better. But when I need to cuss her, I cuss her clot. Because I'm not that type of angel. I'm not that type of goddess. I have a devil too, and if you piss me off, I will unleash my devil. So then if you feel like that's justification to call me rude, then fuck you. Maybe I am rude. But to me, it's justified. You asked for it. You kept pushing my buttons and that's what the fuck came out. Take it. It's yours. So I'm not in the vibe to go back today and go over that deck. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. Let me work in peace. Because I'm not here to destroy. I'm just a messenger. So we got 2 more decks to bring you messages from. I am not in the best of health today. So today is definitely the wrong day to rub me the wrong way. My back is hurting me. that shit was wrong. Okay, sheesh. So we got loss of status. That's the topic of this part of the message. So loss of status. Is this your loss of status, or is this America's loss of status in your life? America's dumbass influence. Spawn of Satan. That's what those American rich people are. The ones who want to take over the world. They are the spawn of the wrong side of God. So loss of status. Let's see what God wants to say about that, or what God has to say about that. Or is God saying that, because based on the last message, it could be saying that you will lose your status, but it's a small price to pay for you to keep your economic stability and whatever else this deck was going to talk about. Yeah. See? So that's what it was. So we got loss of voice in the reverse. So if you choose to speak up and stand up for yourself, they're obviously going to declare you a non-entity. They're going to try to suffer you. But you know what? You will not lose your stability. So that's why that's in the reverse as well. So if you choose to speak up and stand up for yourself, God says you will not lose your stability. They can only threaten you with losing whatever it is that they think they can threaten you with. But God said, I will hold you up. You will not lose. Because if you're trying to get your shit together, that in itself is commendable. Mexico. So that is giving you a get out of jail free card, sort of. Okay? The underlying issue, we have loss of status, loss of ability. They're going to try to stop you from doing stuff naturally. Because they're not going to like you deserting them on the field from creating the hell that they so love to create. Or at least they tell themselves that they love to create this hell. Okay? We got loss of memory. So it's like somebody's not remembering something. Let's see. Loss of beauty. Loss of money. And loss of influence. Yeah. Then we have loss of bladder control. So this is a health deck, but it's being used in a business reading. Okay? Or a socioeconomic reading, political reading, whatever we want to call this. So we're going to relate the information as such. So bladder control, this card usually comes out when you talk about doing nonsense. But we have a loss of bladder control card and we have a loss of bowel control card. This is the lesser of the two. So when you have the loss of bowel control card, that's when you can't control the shit that comes out of you. This one is like a little slaps on the wrist. Okay, that's a minor loss of property. So perhaps they're gonna stop you from having access to some kind of property or something, and they're gonna stop you from making money with them, and maybe they'll tell their friends not to put their trust in you anymore, so that's the loss of influence. And we have loss of beauty. Perhaps they're going to try and do something to your country or something like that, but God says, in all, I'm going to hold you up. Don't worry about them. Why did the heathen rage and imagine vain things? It's going to be a failure. All that is going to fail. That's what God wants you to know. Loss of family. They got to go. They're bad influences because they have loss of hearing. Because they've been spoken to as well. But once they have people who are encouraging them in their nonsense, they're definitely not going to stop. America's not going to stop because America thinks that it has alliances who is encouraging it and supporting it in its nonsense of coming to take over the world. It's impossible because God is not for it. So that's why it's impossible. And as long as God is not for it, it's not going to happen. So right now, you're playing for the losing team. God is giving you an opportunity to shift. So let's get your last message. It's cleanup time in the earth right now, and there's nothing that anybody can do about it. We're not just saying it because we want to make people pay attention to God. Now, we're telling y'all what age we're in. There was a time when racketeering, it worked. Now we're going into a time where racketeering is not going to work. And God is giving you a heads up so that y'all can decide if you're going to keep going in that direction or if you're going to go follow the other direction. Because badness is out and goodness is in. It's a fad. Yeah. Goodness is in style again. Badness out of style now. Goodness is the new cool. Somebody's calling me a chatterbox. Hey, as long as it's the truth, I don't really care. I am a chatterbox. And badness is actually out of style now, and goodness is in style. Lies are out of style and truth is in style. Am I lying? No. So yes, I am a happy chatterbox. Bumbleclad. I'll be that. Call me Ask God Here News. I bring you the real news. I'm not Bumbleclad lying ass CNN and Sky News and BBC and in it. They're disgusting. Fake ass. You want real news? Here is where you'll find it. Until others like me rise. And this what I'm doing here, you know that only God can ordain somebody like this. This is not man-made. What I'm doing is not man-fueled. This is not fueled by no high priests and no high priestesses. This is fueled by the high priest and the high priestess, if you want to see it like that. The high priest of all high priests and the high priestess of all high priestesses. The God of all gods, the King of all kings, the Lord of all lords. I'm anointed. I am of the highest order. And proud. And poor. But still, I am proud. This is only temporary. And that's why my enemies are afraid, because they know my earning potential. I shall have my own bank. I won't know what to do with my money. That's why y'all are afraid. I'm gonna get my own money. I'm gonna make the world a better place. Bang, bang, bang. That's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of me getting money and helping to make the surroundings around me a better place. They don't want positivity to rise. They don't want goodness to rise. They don't want people to feel inspired and empowered. They want to keep people oppressed. They want people to continue to be beggars. They want people to continue to be confused. They want people to continue to be sick. They want people to continue to be fucking mentally ill, suicidal, fighting each other. That's what they want. That's not what I want, though. And that's not what God wants. And that's not the season that we're in. We're in the season of healing. We're in the season of prosperity. We're in the season of positivity. We're in the season of taking our motherfucking power back. That's what's up. We're in the season where goodness shall reign. Good is better than bad. I tell you, good is better than bad. Good is better than bad. In these times, good is better than bad. I'm telling you, good is better than bad. Oh, good is better than bad. In these times, good is better than bad. I'm telling you, good is better than bad. Who's bad? Oh, it's hot. We the people, we deserve a break, man. That's why we're getting it. God knows we can't do it for ourselves. So God is stepping in and doing it for us. Through us. You know? We deserve better. Evil people are doing way too fucking much for way too long. So now it's our turn. It's that simple. So, maybe later on, evil will reign again. Then you can change back to being evil, because that's what the fuck is in. I won't, though. I'll be hiding that time, because I know that good has no power at that point. Because I've gotten the messages and I'm going to deliver them to you. So when it's time for evil to reign again, I will be staying out of the way. As you wish, my evil lord and lordesses. Shit. But now, it's good's time to reign. I know evil not gonna get out the way, but that's why we're gonna move you the fuck out the way. So it's either you get out the way or you get rolled the fuck over. And all sorts. I ain't gonna say too much. But you will move. We will have our moment. We will enjoy a little slice of heaven on earth for some kind of time. I don't know for how long, but we gonna get it and we gonna enjoy it. And you gonna watch us enjoy it. Eh? Either with your real eye or your spiritual eye. You don't have no say in this matter, evil guy and evil girl. You gonna get the fuck out the way. Yeah. Move, bitch. Get out the way. move, move, bitch. Get out the way. Move, 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 bitch. Get out the way. Move, bitch. Yeah, I'm dead serious. I'm playful, but shit, listen to the words that are coming out my motherfucking mouth. This ain't no joke. Maybe that's the reason why people don't take me seriously, but it's okay. Because if I'm too serious, y'all are gonna fear me. I don't want people to fear me. So I act goofy to lighten the mood. But it would do you well to listen to the words that are coming out my mouth and know that I am for real. So don't take me for a joke. Don't take me for a pussy. Or else you'll be sadly mistaken. Unpleasantly surprised. I don't want to be scary to people. Because I'm a sweetheart, really. But if I have to defend myself, I do. If there's no need for any trouble, then why be a bitch? Bitch doesn't look good on me. Sweetheart does. And I'm a woman too. I'm not a man. I don't want to be in my masculine energy all the time in fucking war mode and shit. Who wants to live like that? Not me. I want to be a princess. Because I'm a princess. I'm a sweetheart. Being in war mode has changed my facial structure. When you stay angry for a long time, it changes your features. If you stay happy for a long time, that shifts your features to something that's more pleasant permanently. If you're mean and angry, it shifts your features to something that looks mean and angry permanently. You can tell a lot about a person's personality just by looking at their face. And if they are pretenders, if they live in one energy but really and truly they're another, you can see that too. There's a certain distortion that just can't, it's like you can't pinpoint. That's how you know they're living in both. I don't know. Maybe I just have special sight. Maybe not everybody has that ability. But I do. I can tell. That's why I stop myself from seeing too much. Because I don't want to know. I don't need to know. I ain't got no beef with you. I don't need to know where you're at. Spiritually. It's your business. Your choices, your fate. Your face. I just need to know that I'm dealing with you with respect. And if you choose to push violence or anger or negativity on me, I am blameless. So that means all of nature will be on my side. Is it? The law will be on my side. So I don't need to worry about your bad attitude. Your bad choices. They're not affecting me. Not the way you would like them to anyway. I am just a delight, and that's exactly how I wish to remain. I won't let anybody change my energy. At least not for long. Because if I have to fuck you up, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna have to go into beast mode for a moment, and then I get back to my pleasant attitude. Hmm? Sometimes you have to get off your throne and go on the battlefield, Rev. I'm telling you, good is better than bad. I just made that up. That song. That's a Survivor original. My stage name is Survivor. I'm a musician, vocalist. I don't play one instrument. Can't read music. But I can walk the walk. Have an ear for it though. And an eye for it. Okay, we're soon there. Do more. All right. Interesting. So the last message, at the bottom of the deck, we've got addict. Ooh, just can't help yourself because you don't want to. Alright, let's find out what this is about. This could be addiction to money, addiction to being bad, addiction to being liked, addiction to fear of America, because you know they kind of mad in their head, but God ain't asking you to stand up to America, you know. God will stand up to America for you. You see it? God will protect you. So if you choose to change your life and change your trajectory to a positive one, when America starts striking out against you, as they strike out against me, they think they're striking out against you, but they're actually striking out against God. And it's God who claps back. Just like when y'all fight against me, you think you're fighting against me, but you're actually fighting against the God in me. Because I am moved by the God in me. I take God's instructions, I do what God asks me to do. I work on God's behalf. So it's just like the head of an organization. God is the head of my organization. So if I take my commands from God, then actually it's God that's fighting NATO and America. It's not me. I don't do this thing of my own self because I know if I do, I don't have the type of power and backing needed to fight such a huge, powerful enemy. If I was ever using my own intelligence, my own strength to fight these people by myself, if I was not a praying woman, I would have been conquered already. It's because I keep God at the forefront of this fight. Because I didn't ask for this. But because I chose to follow God, I inherited them as an enemy because they are enemies of God. They are a godless nation. They are a godless people. So now by me choosing to walk with God, anybody that's an enemy of God becomes automatically an enemy of mine. I inherit the badness that God get on a regular. I also inherit the goodness that God get on a regular. Because now I'm affiliated with God. And it's the same for you and anybody else who choose to follow God. They're not fighting against you. They're fighting against the God that moves you. And obviously, God is not going to put you in the middle of this battle just to leave you powerless, injured, fearful. No, God is going to give you comfort in the middle of the storm. You have to accept it. This is where your faith will be tested. Going up against America and them people is not for the faithless. It is not for the godless. That's how they conquer you quick. So if you know that you don't have that type of faith in God, shit, you better pray for it or leave it alone. Just make up your mind to be doomed. If you can't humble yourself enough to pray to God to keep you faithful, you might as well just accept the doom that America is about to suffer herself. Her or himself. So the cards we have to come out, we got loner and we got slutty. So this would be you going it alone, like the last deck said, do it alone. But you actually still wanting to be in, what's the word? You still wanting to be working with America. Okay? The underlying issue is you getting a clean slate, blank card. God is giving you this clean slate upon which you can start to write a new chapter of your story. And then we got protector. Disappointed. Pretender. Exalted. The rapist, America. Steal from every and anybody. So what this is saying here is like, if you start over, God will protect you. But it looks like that doesn't give you pleasure. Instead, you prefer to exalt the pretender, which would be America. It's your choice. America, the thief, the rapist, the stupid, the embarrassing, the weak-minded America, the empty-headed America. Hey, fuck, the coward America. The fucking liar. God say you choose to exalt this. Oh my God, God ain't done yet. The greedy. Reconnecting. Hey, you don't like to hear about yourself, America? You thought you were beautiful inside and out? You only know how to make yourself look good on the outside. On the inside, you're just fucking filthy. Okay? Everybody already knows. You don't have to try to stop anybody else from hearing. Everybody knows. Even the people who exalt you, they know who you are. Okay? So, yeah. It's up to you. You can roll with them if you want to. It's your choice, like I said. But God just want you to know they are not the better choice, and that's it. So that concludes our messages regarding Mexico, and that also brings us to the end of this live. Okay, so we will pick up next time looking at what God wants us to know regarding Sweden. So I feel Sweden was the underlying issue when I was doing the research. NATO and Mexico came out together, and I feel Sweden was the underlying issue. Then we had France to come out behind Sweden, but Lydenburg. I didn't when I took out the card that time, I didn't know that Lydenburg was behind France. That was a surprise to me. So we're gonna find out what God wants us to know about these elements, because I found that to be very suspect. So anyhow, revealing America's secrets, America's classified plans declassified. This concludes our Mexico element. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, so take care of yourself and each other. Bye bye.